Hey, what's up my YouTube friends? Welcome to my review of this unusual knife. You are at the We All Juggle Knives channel. Welcome one and all. So this is a truthful tang. It has G10 handle scales. It comes with several lanyard holes. It is a full flat grind. The blade length is 4.4 inches or thereabouts. The steel is 440C. It has a nice stonewash on the blade, and the brand here is Cool Hand, right? So like as in Cool Hand Luke. But, okay, wait for it. Look at the spine. Look how thick this knife is. You know when they talk about a sharpened pry bar? They're talking about this knife. You know, when I was looking at the pictures of this knife, I was like, oh, you know, it looks kind of interesting. But then I saw what they listed for the thickness, which is about 3/8 of an inch, more than a 1/4 inch thick. When I read that, I was like, wait, what? How, like, what? It's a sharpened pry bar? Yeah, apparently it is. Out of curiosity, I had to show you this knife. All right, I took it to the creek. I cut a bunch of things with it. Now, interesting, despite how thick this is, it came actually with a very functional edge. Look how it goes through the paracord. Here it is on a seatbelt type material. Look how it went through that, man. Here it is on pieces of a box. Can we use a sharpened pry bar as a utility knife? Well, I mean, it's doing pretty decently. I mean, considering it's like almost like a hatchet. Here it is putting a notch on a branch. So how you all doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying the scenery, the beauty of nature. You know, I'm not really convinced you need a knife this thick, but I just had to at least investigate it for you. So there's my notch. Did okay. All right, batoning. Now, this was actually what I found that the knife was best at. No surprise there. This knife is like a splitting wedge, essentially. Yeah, it really rocked at the batoning. Now, of course, people say, oh, you could use a hatchet. Well, you could, yeah. I mean, the knife is more, you know, a lot more compact than a hatchet. But it often would just split the pieces of wood very easily. So yeah, I finally found a knife that I would say, like, yeah, definitely you should use this for batoning. All right, whittling. Can we whittle with something that's like that thick? Well, surprisingly, yes, it actually did come with a very good edge, and I did touch up the edge myself as well, to the point that you can. I was surprised that I could actually whittle with this knife, but I could. Now the price on this, it was $58, but I noticed the price went up like last week, but it might go back down, so I'll just include a link below the video. You can check what the current price is. All right, so there I whittled a piece of wood. We're gonna go with a chess piece. It came with this unusual lanyard, which is removable. Now this lanyard reminds me of lanyards that I myself have made. You see that hand-to-hand weapon you see there. That type of lanyard is usually used for weapon retention, and I made that one myself. So interesting they included that with it. Here is the sheath. As you can see, it is a Kydex sheath, and it has that quick release rigid belt loop. Right now I am left-handed, so I would likely pull it out like that if it was on that side. When I first got the knife, I did the old paper test for initial sharpness, but I had to, because it is so thick, I had to touch it up with those diamond rods. So here are the results of my sharpening. This was as sharp as I was able to get it within a few minutes. All right, so that took all my Paper Ninja powers to make it cut that paper. Final thoughts. Well, they advertised this as, quote, a thick beast, and I have to say they were 100% accurate. This is like the ultimate sharpened pry bar knife. Now, as for me, I can't really think of a practical use for this knife like in my own day-to-day life, but I am glad that a company actually went to this extreme. I mean, in case I ever do need to pry with a knife, this is what I would use. And I like to think that somewhere out there, there's someone training for the apocalypse, some sort of urban survival SWAT ninja type that does need a knife like this that they can pry with and that can survive World War III, even if we do not survive that. So it does have a coolness factor. I just thought you would like to see it for entertainment, really. This has been We All Juggle Knives. I'm out.